What's up, everybody out there on YouTube? Good day and welcome to Street Legal 520. I am Brent. I am now trading in my Cadillac CT6 that they gave me as loaner for a different vehicle. Surprise me, I don't know what I'm getting yet. I'll find out and I'll show you when I know. I know suspense has been killing you. What did they put me in? They put me in a Cadillac XTS, which is, I guess, kind of like a CT6, but it's got a little more headroom. I'm not complaining about that. I'm not hitting my head on everything. The driver's area here seems a little bit tighter to me, but it's because I haven't slid the seat all the way back. Now that I get the seat back, it's got plenty of leg room. The headroom's still a little bit tight because it's a car, not a truck. And I don't like rolling with my lean back too far. So there we go. Anyway, so that's what they got me on here is XTS. I'll do a review on that in this video a little bit later. Probably after work today. So for you guys, it's probably been, a second and a half, but for me, it's been all day. I am now on my way home from work, and I figured I'd give my first impressions of driving a 2019 Cadillac XTS. First off, there's actually room above my head. I like that. It's a little bit easier to get into and out of than the CT6 that I was in up until this morning. As you can tell, it's very similar back seat, front seat. It's very similar layout. But the one thing that I do like that this has that the other one didn't have was the ability to do things in the front seat. There are power outlets and there's a hidden compartment for things. So I'm going to flip the camera around and kind of show you guys. So to kind of start off with, you can see this dash looks very similar to what the CT6 had. So one thing about the glove box in this one, it's different than the other one. This one has a very small glove box. Like, here's a sheet of paper, and it doesn't quite fit right up in there. But there is a little bit of a box right there. It's very strange. Not really much room for much stuff there. But in that regard, one thing that's really nice is up here in the center stack, you can see it's got the very similar kind of layout as the previous one. Glove box buttons here. Your parking assist button is here. That's the thing that tells you how close you are to things. This has a parallel park thing, so if you push this button, maybe not, that's probably because I'm not in gear. When you push that button, it lets you know how cars are next to you so that you can park. There's your traction control on and off. Anyway, this is one thing that's really cool. You got all your, just like the last one, you have all your controls right here for your air conditioning. The one thing this has, the other one didn't, is if you touch right there, there's a hidden compartment for wireless charging for your phone. I haven't tested to see if it'll charge through a case yet, but I might. I've had that time. I've only had the car for actual time for me driving the car. It's been maybe 45 minutes total, maybe an hour. Me actually driving. So if you touch here, it closes, and it's kind of cool that the air conditioning control right there, and it opens up and gives you a hiding place for things. One thing that I found on this car that the other car also had, but I found it on this car with my leg when I bumped it when I got in. It's got a little hidden compartment over here where you can put random things. Not the right size for hiding a phone. It's kind of cool. This dash has a very similar layout to the last one. As you can see, it's got 3 separate screens that you can use to change. I put the speedometer on that page. I put the fuel economy here just to see what it's doing. And the tire pressure here. As you can tell, this car only has 224 miles on it, so it's really kind of brand new. It's one of our new loaners. Up here, you'll see that this has, most GM cars have OnStar anymore, but this one has the OnStar controls right there, and it's got a remote control for your garage door opener. This is the light control for the lights. You can turn them on. There's off, and that's in the middle of the door. So when you open the door, it comes on. You can see on the door the controls you have on this car. It's just got the memory seat button, so you can set up for the memory seats and your door locks and your standard, child safety lockout, so the kid can't just jump out of the car. And it's got the windows up and down buttons, the standard windows up and down buttons. As I was saying, it's got your this is your child safety lockout. This is your standard windows up and down buttons. As you can see, it's got auto up, auto down. My hand's right here, it's just rolling up on its own. The back window, same thing. It's got the auto up. Rear controls are right here. So you can see you can select left and right. And then tilt your mirrors around. And for the headrest, you know, there's always buttons on the side here to go up and down, forward, and backwards. Cadillac goes forward and backwards. Not all cars do that. It's kind of nice. The one thing I didn't comment on that is on the 2017 CT6 that I test drove is the hazard light button was over here. Someone with short arms would have a hard time hitting that button right there. On this car, it's right here, so it's actually right next to where you would need it should you be driving. And as you can see, it turns on the hazard lights. In my wife's XT5, it's also way over here, and that's a 2018. So that's a change that they made to their layout this year. I find that a lot more convenient for people with shorter arms. It's actually a pretty long reach for someone like me too, with longer arms. But as this car has more headroom, I'm sitting a little bit closer to the dash, so my arms reach better. So here is the outside view. And to do a similar video like I did in the CT6, I'm going to go ahead and do the climbing in the vehicle video portion where I come around, I get in as a tall dude and get in, and you can see I actually still get my head on the edge of the door, but it's not as bad as it was on the CT6. It's actually easier to get in, and the door reach is not nearly as bad. I'm barely hanging out and I can grab the door. Whereas the last one with the seat controls and everything on the door, it was really a pain in the butt to reach to. So overall, from going from a CT6 to an XTS, this is a little bit more user-friendly car for a tall dude, and I think overall in general. Again, I was gonna show you, over in the front driver compartment, you have your chargers and everything. I'm gonna flip around the camera. So as you can see, coming down here, you can look down in here, you can see there's actually an outlet for cigarette lighter adapter, and in this here you can see that there is both a cigarette adapter and USB underneath the armrest in the center console. That is very handy compared to the last vehicle. It didn't have anything like that. And so for the back seat, you can see the people who sit back here also get heated seat controls for themselves. So there's buttons here to turn on the seat heater, both sides, and there's air ducts right there for the back passengers, which may not be a whole lot, but it's more than what I had when I was growing up, or you were lucky if you could feel a nice gentle breeze from the front to help cool you off. I remember the days wishing that fan motor in the car would blow just a little harder so I could feel a little bit of that cool breeze from the front. So cars have come a little ways, at least in that respect, to where your kids can feel just a little bit cooler than they did back in the 80s. And being the entertaining person that I am, I thought I'd figure out, hey guys, let's see if I can fit in the backseat of this car, huh? Okay. Apparently it's got a lockout feature. When only the driver's door is unlocked, it will not let the back doors open. Or unlocked. That was weird, but understandable. All right, back seat. This is with the driver's side seat set in the driving position for me, which is slid back all the way, lean back just a little bit. Let's see here. Tight fit. Tight fit. Tight fit. Oh, okay. So Yeah, it's tight back here. I had to try the hard way. So as you can see, I'm kind of in, my knees jammed into the back of the seat. My feet ain't got no room. All right. So, in the driver's position, you can see I'm in the back seat. It's a little tight. That's okay. So I'm in the back seat with the door closed. You can see my knees. They straddle the front seat with the seat back as far as it is. It's all right. It's got a little tight on headroom for tall people. So you got kids that are up around 6'3", their head's gonna be literally pushing this roof. I got to tilt my head a little to be comfortable. So anyway, that's a back seat review. I'm gonna try sliding the seat forward a little and see how much more legroom it buys me. All right, attempt number 2. I just put the seat forward most of the way. I'm gonna try getting back in. All right, I'm in. Much more comfortable. So if you had a really short person in the front seat driving, back seat space is actually pretty good. So with the front seat slid forward for a shorter driver, you can see I actually have knee room. Everything's a lot more comfortable. I'm more comfortable. I can lean back a little and have more space. As you can see, I have more space with the front seat moved up. I'm not squished into the seat, so I got leg room. I can kind of lean back a little, but my head is still touching the roof. And let's see if they make this ergonomical. The center divide, even for a big guy, it's okay. It's okay for armrest. It's not crowding me too much or anything. Cup holders pop out. That's an interesting little feature. Cup holders pop out, and there's a little indentation. So when you put your hand down, that's somewhere comfortable to put your hand. That's kind of a interesting thing. I've never noticed that before back here. But I don't ride in the back of cars very often, so anyway, that's something interesting to look at. And as you can see, the headrests back here tilt, do everything, and are very similar to the front. However, apparently getting it back down may require some more brute force than what I am willing to do. Oh, there it is. There. So the button to put it back down is on the side. Interesting. Now I know. And because I am who I am, and the seat is still in the same position it was when I climbed in the back, I can see how tight it is to get into the car with the setup for pretty much what I call my mom style driving. My mom is just shy of 5.5 feet tall. So let's see here. Yeah, that's kind of not really happening too well. Holy crap. Anyway, so this is me squished into a car. I kind of fit, but I'm totally moving the seat back now, so it's more comfortable for me. So overall, I would say the Cadillac XTS is a much better vehicle space-wise. It's more comfortable for taller people, for bigger people. I find it more roomy, more comfortable, and more or less more usable. It's got the outlets up in the front that I could use for running my dash camera like I do, and being able to plug in other things rather than just one in the back like the previous Cadillac that I was in had. I like this much better overall, with a 3.6 liter motor in it. It runs okay, but it's not spectacular. I would say it's 0 to 60 is probably in the neighborhood of 8 or 9 seconds. And so it doesn't have to get up and jump that I'm kind of used to in the Cadillacs that I've had over the last couple of years. Usually when I get loaners, my wife has an XT5, I had an XT5. When we'd get loaners, they would be XT5s, and they get up and go pretty good. They scoot pretty well. This, I think, has some weight on that car, and it's got a little bit less performance. So it's made me have to slow down my driving just a little bit so that I don't turn too tight in front of vehicles when I'm making left turns, stuff like that. It's built for cruising, and I believe this would be a really nice long haul cruising car that would be actually pretty comfortable to ride in. The seats are very soft and cushy, and they have heated and cooled seats, So here's the option I forgot to talk about. Right now you can see I got the cooled seat turned on my side, but if you push this other button, like on the passenger side, push that, and that's the heated seat. You see it turns red, so you know it's going to heat up. And as we all know, in Arizona, the heated seat in the summertime is not so useful for yourself, but it is really fun to turn on for your friends when they're coming along for a ride with you. I have to make sure my seat is nice and warm for them. So overall, I would say, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give this car about an 8. It's comfortable and it runs okay. And it's really good for long road trips, but it's not the car I would choose to drive just because I do like to be more comfortable in a bigger vehicle, and this has better headroom, but it's still a pain to get in and out of. And that's, you know, when I'm starting out my day, I'd like to be a little more comfortable and start out my drive. Thank you for watching Street Legal 520. This has been a review of a 2019 Cadillac XTS with stickers at $54,000 and a little bit of change. Is it worth it? Cadillac. It's no more than what other luxury cars have been going for. The only things that it's lacking in is space for huge guys. Front seat's okay, getting in and out. I could easily accidentally bash my head on it and drive me crazy, but I've gotten used to it in the cars that I've been in the last couple of days, and so I've learned how to maneuver in and out without hitting my head. Feel free to post questions and comments, and I will answer them if you have any that pertain to this vehicle that I have figured out. I hope you've liked this, and if not, well, thanks for watching anyway. And again, if you can't keep yourself legal, at least keep your car legal.